This game is infamous for having an adventure game mode that is not very good sometimes. Although, I'd say it's pretty decent, but, you know, sometimes it just gets too easy. So, you know, I was thinking, maybe, how could I make this harder? So, you know, why don't we just try not picking up all the stuff that helps us, like energy tanks and missile tanks and universal ammo. And this isn't gonna be like any other low percent run. I ain't gonna be doing any glitches. Because if I'm the type of person to install Counter-Strike 2, play 10 matches, get no kills, and then uninstall it, I'm pretty sure I'm the type of person who would also just not decide to do glitches. But, you know, considering some of the boss fights in this game, I think fighting some of the bosses low percent would make it pretty difficult at times. Need to figure out what my input is for scan visor real quick. Okay, let's see. Now, before I ever made a video on it, I did do a low percent run on this game just to see if it would be difficult, and it was actually kind of difficult. I had several deaths compared to getting all items having no deaths. But, you know, we'll see. Also, I find it interesting that this door shape is a remnant from First Hunt, because in First Hunt they used to have the Metroid Prime doors, but now they have these stupid Olympic triangle doors. I don't like them. I personally just think it's a bad design. Just like Metroid Prime's, Metroid Prime Hunters adventure mode. Got a little bit of a lag spike there for no reason. Well, the start of the run is going to be pretty simple. This is just how it's intended to be played. And, you know, I think the main problem with Metroid Prime Hunters campaign mode is just that, you know, it's not like the normal collect-a-thon that you'd see in every other Metroidvania game, where you have to backtrack, collect multiple different items to access new areas and beat the game. In this game, you just collect stuff to make the game easier. You don't even have to collect any of it. And that's probably why adventure mode is not very good. Mainly because this game was built to be a multiplayer shooter. The campaign was kind of just a side thought. Oh yeah, this reminds me, I was also wondering what it would be like to play the campaign as different hunters using cheat codes. I've never done it myself, but you know, I just always thought that was a pretty cool idea. Being able, you know, say like, you know, using Spire's climbing ability to get up to places that Samus can't, using Sylux's infinite bomb jump to be able to get up to other places too. Or, you know, just having the unique attacks from the other hunters just to be able to, you know, go through the campaign. I just think that's pretty neat. And, you know, what it would be like to be able to also use their main attacking abilities, like Shadow Freezing a Guardian, for example. And I mean, that would probably be pretty self-explanatory, and just freeze them, nothing, you know, really special. But, you know, the interesting thing is, you know, considering the fact that every hitbox in this game is the exact same for every character. I'm just curious to see if Shadow Freezing a Guardian would give it the arms on the little ice model that overlays when you freeze someone. I don't know, just those random things are pretty interesting. Ah, I missed the glitch. If you speed boost your morph ball into the artifact and then get up under here when the cutscene plays, it plays a really loud, annoying sound of you trying to get out of your morph ball until the cutscene ends. And I love doing that every single time I play this game. The adventure mode over and over. Something I've always hated about this boss fight, like, I'm pretty sure just everyone hates the boss fights in this game, and just because, you know, the adventure mode wasn't made very good, but one thing I hate specifically about this boss fight is how laggy it is. It doesn't matter whether you're playing on original hardware or playing on an emulator with low graphics, this boss fight is just always laggy. And, you know, on the topic of multiplayer, like how I mentioned earlier, you know, I wonder what Metroid Prime 4 is gonna be like. Because I know it's obviously going to have the base campaign game, but Metroid Prime 4 is specifically about Sylux, so I'm just, like, you know, curious, like, are they gonna bring back the other hunters? because Metroid Prime 4 is most likely going to be about, you know, Sylux on his hiatus against the Federation. Like, that's pretty self-explanatory onto what the main story will be about. But like, there's got to be a good way to bring the Hunters back. Mainly just because it's not like many people knew about this game, but, you know, a lot of people still knew about the Hunters from this game, so... And I mean, the Hunters have even been referenced multiple times in other games, like Super Smash Bros., for example. They got their own trophies, and even Samus and Dark Samus have their own alternate costumes based on some of the Hunters. But yeah, they have never been brought back in any Metroid game since, except for Sylux. And, you know, speaking of, you know, the idea of the Hunters coming back and multiplayer, I mean, I highly doubt it's gonna happen, just mainly because Sylux was really the only thought-out character in this game. Like, I'm pretty sure the only reason they made the other Hunters was just, like, for filler. You know, to give the story kind of, like, some complexity. And, you know, the multiplayer for Metroid Prime 4 is most likely not going to be a thing. Mainly just because, like, you know, when this game came out, online multiplayer on the DS and Wii were kind of big. And so, you know, they probably just wanted to profit off of that, but, you know, we're probably not going to get that in Metroid Prime 4, mainly just because it was a gimmick, so it's most likely not going to come back. Which, I mean, I don't really mind. Because, I mean, Metroid Prime 2 Echoes had multiplayer. It was garbage, but it had multiplayer. But, you know, people like that game for the base game, not because they added multiplayer. So, I don't think a lot of people would really care whether or not they added multiplayer, but, you know, if there was a small chance that it did end up happening, you know, that'd be pretty cool. Celestial Archives is really easy to get through in the first half. But later on, game does get kind of difficult on low percent. Especially in areas like Alinos with the secret lava tunnel. You know, getting to the end is pretty difficult, so you have to focus on, like, getting all the health orbs. You know, I think that's just what would make the adventure mode fun to play. Just, you know, every now and then. I mean, people replay games all the time, and I mean, me, I absolutely love the adventure mode in this game. Some people might not, but me personally, I do. But something I think would make it really fun is just, you know, giving it some challenge. Because being only halfway through the game and already having like 400 or 500 energy, it's pretty easy not to die unless you're trying your hardest. Oh yeah, I want to showcase something real quick. I really love the morph ball clips that you can do in this game, just because there's a lot of them. Just hold your missile charged up, walk against it, and you can clip through. Now you don't have to use your morph ball. Although, if you were to do this, and then clip back in, and then finish the section, there's no way to actually get back into this section without just clipping back in. Because not only can you skip that section, you can also skip this one too. By just doing that, and just clip through the floor. Most times I prefer going through the maze though, mainly because I almost just died there. And you see, this is what makes this challenge fun. That enemy doing a quarter of my health in one hit, now that's what makes the challenge fun. Actually having a risk if you get hit, instead of just being hit and being like, eh, okay, it's fine. I'll just kill a million enemies and get all my health back instantly. I wonder what would happen if I shoot this thing and make it hit that. I wonder if it would break. I'm gonna see. I've never actually tried it before. I don't think it's gonna work. Might want to be careful though, because I'm about to die. Oh yeah, encountering Spire also reminds me of another thing. You know, some of these hunters in this game are actually just good people. Because there is actually some background to the characters when, as to why they're trying to find the secret power themselves. And I just find it really neat that some characters are good and some are like really bad, like Trace. Like Trace is specifically there just to conquer other planets and nothing else. But Spire, the only reason Spire wants the ultimate power is just to figure out what happened to his deceased race of people. And, you know, Noxus. Noxus is actually the most, like, you know, passive person in the entire, like, Hunter series. Because he's basically just a police officer. Because the only reason he's trying to get the ultimate power is to just take it and hide it away from the others so that nobody can use it for evil. Because he's like a crime fighter. And that's probably why Noxus and Trace are fighting in the Arctera escape. Hey, you see, hits like that don't even really matter, even when you're playing low percent, because they just do so little damage. Like, it did 5 damage and then a tiny bit of burning damage. But yeah, it's just like the major problem with Adventure Mode. Everything is way too easy. No, it would be nice if they added, like, a harder difficulty, just like in some other Metroid games, like Metroid Dread. or you can choose a harder difficulty after beating the game. I'm gonna be showcasing a lot of skips in this. Not any, like, you know, useful skips, mainly because you still need certain weapons to get through to certain doors. I mean, unless you're, you know, clipping through stuff, of course. But, you know, it's pretty cool to get to certain areas where you're not supposed to early in games, regardless of whether it helps you or not. I don't think I'm gonna be able to do it though, because I only have one missile, but let's see. Yeah, I can't charge it up, I need 3, but we'll try it. Made it. And now that I'm in here, I can go to the combat hall early, before I'm even supposed to. Mainly went in here to find more missiles. I also find it cool that, you know, since you're not supposed to be here early, you can get universal ammo drops before you even have a weapon. Just activate this cutscene so I don't have to do it later on. Why am I not getting any missiles? Whatever. Let's just go fight the boss now. Also, I find the stronghold door design to be really cool. Also, I don't understand why Slench has such a disgusting name. Because, I mean, he has tentacles, but he's mainly just a robot. So why does he need such a disgusting name like Slench? And I missed. God. Trash at aiming. Also, if the other hunters are also trying to get the ultimate power, why don't they just grab the artifacts? Because they're clearly in the rooms before Samus is. So Everything's pretty easy early on for low percent just because of how low damage everything is. But it does get a little challenging later on. The levels I hate the most are Vesper Defense Outpost. Oh, just literally my most hated levels are Vesper Defense Outpost 1 and 2. Like, I like everything else except for Vesper Defense Outpost, so I usually try to finish it pretty quick. So, you know, it's pretty convenient that Vesper Defense Outpost is the smallest out of all the planets. Also, I find it pretty funny how there are so many oversights in the adventure mode, just like that one, where you can just easily finish that mini boss fight by just not activating them. The amount of oversights that are in adventure mode make it, you know, pretty hilarious. Because it's like they didn't even playtest their own game. Ew, one of our first pickups. We don't like pickups around here. But it's the only way to progress. Also, I never really got this cutscene. Like, what even is this? Is that a brain? And why does it have tentacles? I would scan it, but that would defeat the whole purpose of this low percent. But I mean, it's not like it would affect anything, but I know somebody's gonna mention something about me scanning something, so it's not a true low percent run. Also, when I started playing this game as a child, I was pretty immature, and I thought that the little glowing strip that came out of the morph ball was toilet paper. I was a pretty goofy child. And funnily enough, I was just speaking about this with my friends earlier, but I have a child's voice, and I absolutely hate it. Because it's funny how I have the voice of a preteen in an adult's body. Oh, that scan did nothing. We don't like those gross pickups. We can complete everything with only 40 ammo. I thought it was 30. Did not mean to hit that jump pad. Also, I find it pretty weird how these Psychobits shoot the normal Judicator beam, but when it hits you, it freezes you. And it also moves slower, unlike the normal Judicator that you can find in-game. I was always curious if it was possible to, you know, hack in the beams that the Guardians and the Psychobits shoot. Because, like, I always thought that their weapons were much more interesting compared to the weapons that you have, where you have to charge them up just to get the effect. Almost just boosted into the grab. Would have had to reset there. Wait, where the hell am I going? I'm going the wrong way. Now, this is where the run starts to get difficult when we encounter Psylux with only 99 energy. Because he's constantly healing, and we have no other way to heal other than, you know, getting the limited health pickups that are in the map. So we have to be very careful here. Okay, where did he go? Oh, there he is. Come here, buddy. Also, just on a side note, I always thought it was really interesting how Sylux's alternate transformation sound effect and the hunters from Halo shooting their fuel rod cannon use the exact same sound effect, because they probably use the same library, sound effect library. Which would also explain as to why Silex also has the same sound effect as imps waking up in Doom. I could be wrong, they probably just have very similar sound effects, but not the same. But I don't know, they sound pretty similar to me. But I mean, if I am wrong, just correct me. Now, when I first did my low percent run ages ago, just for the fun of it, I had a lot of difficulty fighting Silex because he basically never went into his alternate transformation. But here he went into it like every time, so I was easily able to kill him. Now you see, that projectile that turret shoots is interesting, because imagine, it's very known that the battle hammer is just really bad and not very useful, especially in multiplayer, even while playing as Weevil. But what if it was that projectile, just like a machine, like, you know, kind of like a shotgun projectile that knocked back enemies instead of, you know, a lobber. You know, that could have been very interesting, but no, they decided to give the shotgun effect to the charged up Judicator. I mean, I'm not gonna diss on the charged up Judicator without Noxus, because that thing is amazing, especially in tight areas, but come on, they could have given the battle hammer a better reputation than the one it has now. I mean, the multiplayer was quite literally just Quake multiplayer, but Metroid. So why not just do that instead? They could have done so much better. I mean, it's not like it change it now, but I just like complaining about things. Sometimes I tend to struggle with this boss fight even when I'm grabbing all the items, just mainly because of when these things stack up and you're not paying attention and they hit you. They could do like up to 2 of your energy tanks all in one hit. And you know, it's pretty funny considering that these are pretty weak projectiles, that they can end up becoming the strongest projectile in the entire game, even outside of multiplayer. Just because of that. I find it funny how they give you so much time to escape when you literally only probably need like maybe a minute and 30 seconds to escape. 'Cause this place is very small. Also, I find one small detail about this fight with the Guardian here in the escape is that since this game was built off of the multiplayer AI and, you know, tracking around maps, that Guardian, since Guardians have no alternate form, that Guardian keeps on trying to go under there but can't because he has no alternate form, so he just gets stuck there. So it ends up being like one of the easiest Guardian fights in the game. Just proves more that they really only cared about the multiplayer and nothing else. Yeah, if I had a minute and 30, I'd only have 20 seconds left right now. But I mean, that would still be enough. Let's see, I have 15, I have 10 seconds left. Yeah. They give you extra time. Don't even need it. I could have done that with only a minute 30. Alright, now it's time for the only reason as to why I replay Adventure Mode. I absolutely love the Arctera map. It's one of the most fun parts of the Adventure Mode, for me personally anyway. Also, as soon as I get to Ice Hive, I want to test something out. It's probably not gonna work, but, you know, I just want to see. What's up, buddies? I always love starting up this cutscene out of the corner, and then so Noxus just stares at nothing, but I messed it up there. Also, it's pretty well known that the charged up Judicator with Noxus causes the shadow freeze bug, and obviously the bots don't know what shadow freezing is. But one time when I was playing the Adventure Mode, I've played this hundreds of times when I was little, but you know, one time I was doing this fight with Noxus and Trace, and I brought Noxus just under the bridge while I was fighting him, and he ended up freezing Trace. I wish and it was pretty funny considering that they don't know how to do shadow freezes. I really wish I could have got footage of that, but it was so long ago. Oh, right, I'm supposed to be scanning things. Completely forgot. It's funny how short this campaign is, but I often still forget things. I don't know if I was just seeing things, but I thought I saw something I was able to scan in the corner. What the heck? I was just floating. Come on, let me get up there. Oh, wait, I know where it is. I was so confused for a second there. Why am I lagging so bad? This map is not that big. Wait. Oh my god. I'm so forgetful. Also, I realized that they put the wrong door here. I'm pretty sure this was supposed to be one of the thin doors from Celestial Archives, but they put the triangle door here instead. Alright. Now here's why Arctera is one of my most favorites, because there's a lot of skips in it. Like, you don't even have to do this entire section, but if you don't do it and do the skip instead, then this door is just blocked off for the rest of the game, but you could always just keep on doing the skip, but, how do I do it? God. Why am I being so forgetful? I played this before. Oh, wait, okay, that's why I'm having trouble. I only have 5 missiles to do the skip. And I kinda already jumped off. Let's see, can I get up there from here? Nope. Come on. Oh, wait. Nope. I messed it up. Man, I love doing that skip. Now I have to do it the boring way. Well, not doing that skip kind of defeats the purpose of the 1% run, considering I have to scan all those switches, which causes the door to open, which is progressing, but I don't feel like having to reset the game. Also, not really considering scan part of the progression in low percent, so might as well just do this anyway. I wonder if I can use this adjudicator beam to kill the last one. Come on, does it work? No, I killed it. Never actually tested to see if those little blockades beams actually killed stuff. This jump pad is off. I just realized that, and that makes me mad. Oh my god, I hate it. I can never figure out how people do the health jump in multiplayer from this jump pad up there, but it's not like I need to do it. Yeah, just pretend like I never did this. Just pretend like I jumped from there to there to there. Here's another one of my favorite skips to do. I find it funny how they made this whole flushed out Judicator puzzle just to unlock it, but then you could just do this. So like, what was the whole point of that little scanner? But I also have to be careful now because I'm almost dead. And nothing around here will give me health pickups. Okay, I have to be careful. Health! Yes! Die! Stupid mosquito. I forgot these things gave help. Could have just broke these instead of just walking through them. Come on, give me health. One of my most favorite things to do with the Judicator once I get it is doing trick shots on doors to open them. I've also always wondered why they even added the enemies on top of this morph ball only area when you can't even get to this mushroom, and neither can you get to any of these plants. So what was the point of adding them? Ooh, excuse me. Now, I have actually found a way to soft lock yourself in Arcterra by just, basically, you use your missiles to launch yourself in here by clipping through this with the little slant here, and you just waste your missiles until you don't have any more, and it prevents you from going into your morph ball. It's very difficult to actually get into the right spot where it prevents you from going into your morph ball. Because most times when you do that, it allows you to still go into your morph ball regardless. What am I doing? Why am I forgetting what I'm supposed to be doing? Oh, that's why. I missed one of the artifacts in here, and I completely forgot about it. Ah, well, this would have been the perfect time to do the skip, but I'm on low health, so I can't. Why is my aim bad? Yeah, there we go. Okay. Now, just to real quick test the thing that I mentioned when I first got to Arcterra is to see if the Ice Hive clip that I made in one of my YouTube shorts about 2 years ago is still here. Oh wait, you can't even get up there, there's no spring. Never mind. I have to do this boss fight on low health. It's fine though, the projectiles will give me health. It should be fine. As long as I don't suck at the game. Now, this is one of the aspects that makes the low percent challenge pretty difficult, is, you know, doing these boss fights where you have to use a certain weapon and no other weapon. It's when you run out of ammo, you have to spend some of your time just trying to get more, and so you risk getting hit. Especially making it even riskier when you start the boss fight off with low health already. Come on, give me more ammo. Yes. Tired of seeing that Octolith cutscene, I'm just gonna skip it. Remember back when I first made videos on Nintendo DS games, I disabled the music in my adventure mode video because I was scared of getting copyright by Nintendo, because I know how relentless they are when it comes to striking people just because a 1-second clip of a song from their game was playing in their video. But, you know, I don't really care. It's not like I have anything to lose. Why is my aim sucking? And you know, probably the reason why some of these boss fights are so easy is because you can very obviously tell that this is the same AI as a 1-star bot in multiplayer. I can tell because when Trace is in his Triskelion form, he turns extremely slow. And he also misses his headshots constantly. I hate this part. Not because it's hard, because it's super easy. It's just annoying, because these guys will just run everywhere. You have to constantly chase them down. And with this massive pillar in the way while you're trying to fight, it's very annoying. Why is there 3 here? I thought there was usually only 2. I also remember when I was little playing this game, I always tried to hit myself with the Judicator by bouncing it back into me, and then it didn't do any damage because that's just how the game is programmed. Alright, well, I'm gonna cut off the first half here because I'm getting tired. But I promise you, it gets more fun in the second half on low percent.